Alright guys, welcome back. This is a what if redo. I'm not sure if I uploaded one to my channel or not, but this is a redo, if I did, of what if Deku was abandoned. Oh, good news this time. I got a script! Now, for what if Deku was in a quirk marriage, and what if Deku was cheated on, I'm going to go back, watch the previous videos of those, and then, write a script to continue from there. But I have a lot written for this script. I got like front and back and a second page, so it's gonna take a little bit. And yeah, so as always, it starts off with Izuku going to the quirk doctor, and this time he has two quirks in this story. It's anti-quirk, basically like Asta from Black Clover. He can nullify quirks. He will have all three swords. And Reaper from Overwatch, he'll have his ability to turn into mist and whatnot. I don't know how else to say it. He will have his guns. But after Inko hears this, she doesn't really want him because like Eraserhead, his quirk was looked down upon, and so I'm not sure if that's how it went in the canon anime. Like it was like Eraserhead had like a weak quirk or something like that. But this time Eraserhead's quirk was like looked down on, if it wasn't already. But sorry, my sister texted me, and I texted her back. So she didn't like how her son had a quirk like his and one called Reaper. So she thought he would be labeled a monster and villain. So as well as labeled a villain, and then she would be labeled the villain of the mother of a villain. So she thanks the doctor, and they go past a forest, and Izuku's trying to talk to her, but she stops the car, tells him to shut up, and comes over, gets out the car, opens his door, and tosses him out at the forest. And she just drives away. Now, later on that night, Aizawa comes by. He sees Izuku on the side of the road. He just finished his patrol. He's not going to be out late tonight because he's going home. He's tired, regular Aizawa things. So he finds Izuku, asks him what's going on. Izuku says his mom just left him here after she found out about his quirks. Aizawa asks what his quirks are. By this time, they're on their way to Aizawa's house, and Izuku says anti-quirk and Reaper. And Izuku explains what the doctor told him about them, where he's able to nullify and counteract quirks for a certain amount of times. Once he hits somebody and leaves a cut, he can I'm going to give it a time limit of how long the quirk is there. So it is gone like Aizawa. Let me know how long of a time limit I should give it. And like if it's a projectile quirk, it will if you flex it with the blades, it basically like Asta, he can cut it in half and whatnot. But and he explains that Reaper gives him like gun accuracy and whatnot. Sorry, my sister wants me to go with her somewhere tomorrow. She needs my help, so that's what I'm doing tomorrow, and I'm going to upload this tonight, so I don't want to hear anything about this from any of y'all. So, we all got family things to do. So, tells her how they're on their way to Aizawa's house. If I didn't already mention that, sorry, I'm forgetting where I leave off. Izuku tells Aizawa what his mom called him, and he gets angry because there's no way a kid this small could become a villain or labeled a monster as long as he has the proper guidance with quirks like his. He will be able to become a great hero. Now, hold up. And they introduced themselves in the car. I'm going to skip that part because when they got to his house, they introduced themselves because I messed up there. I'm going to fix that to where they introduce themselves in the car before they leave. They introduce themselves at the forest. And Aizawa says how he's the pro hero of Racerhead. And when... Alright, this is when they get to Aizawa's house. They already, when they get to Aizawa's house, Aizawa and Izuku enter. And Aizawa says that he's home. And the person he's talking to responds with, "Oh, hey, honey, how are you? And who is the little broccoli boy behind you?" He goes, "Well, Namori, this is Izuku Midoriya. He was abandoned at the forest because of his quirks. His mother called him a monster and a villain. And now he's here with us. Namori / Midnight, if you didn't already know, uncultured people. Watch some anime for yourself." Anywho, she says, "Why would somebody abandon a kid just because of their quirks?" Aizawa explains to her what happened, and she is fuming mad. She is fuming mad with rage. And, well, let me know if you want this to be a harem or, this is going to either be a harem, one where he has 2 girlfriends, or 1 girlfriend. I'm tempted to do 2, but let me know down in the comments of what you already do, of what you want me to do, or added new ones as they go along with the story, as the story progresses. Let me know. But anyways, Aizawa tells Namori that he was thinking about adopting Izuku, and how well, at first she asked if he kidnapped him, and he said no. He explained everything after that. And the whole Aizawa and Izuku meeting thing was plot convenience. I regret no actions. Alright, moving on. Aizawa said, nope. Aizawa explains how he has two quirks called Anti-Quirk and Reaper, and how his mother called him a monster, a demon, villain, and said he is not her son, and that he is going to adopt him and train him to be a hero like he wanted to be. Hold on, it looks like I have a note here to myself. By the way, on the way to... Oh, told him on the way, and Izuku on the way. Okay, so that was that. Time skip 10 years. Last day of middle school. And let me say this right quick. Who should I have a release? Okay, that is... I don't need that. I already got like 2 people in mind for that. And I'm going to have him meet them. So Izuku is 15 years old. So last day of middle school goes the same as canon. Mind Bakugo. Because Izuku went to another middle school. Oh, Bakugo didn't go to the same middle school as Izuku because Aizawa adopted him, so he changed the middle schools. I'm also going to say this. Aizawa went to Inko's house, but there was nobody there. It was all cleared out, her clothes, everything was gone. There was a note. It said, if anybody found that brat and any authorities came and looked for me, I am long gone. That villain is not my son. I abandoned him for that reason of him being a villain with a villain's quirk. Or something along those lines. I'll let you piece together how the note goes. Anywho, since Izuku didn't go to the same high school as, middle school as Bakugo, Izuku arrives home and he says hello to his mom, Namori. She says hi back. She asks how school was. Izuku point of view, it was good. Where's dad? Aizawa says right here. Izuku says, oh, hey, dad, what do you need, son? That was Aizawa just then. Izuku to train this summer. Namori really thought that was tomorrow. Aizawa, fine, I'll train you for 10 months. I'm actually going to do a bit of a time change here. UA is holy shit, no. Scratch that. UA is a college, so the last day of middle school was the last day of high school, and he is currently 18. So everybody in Class 1A is 18. So, yeah. Let me grab a pen here to make an editorial note to myself. I just got like a packet of pens here, guys, because if you're wondering why I'm not uploading so much, it's because I have school to do. And I just moved up to Virginia with my dad. So right quick, I'm going to add an editorial note. College. All students 18. Alright, so change the middle school part to high school. And so UA's at college. He just finished high school, and his dad and as I was going to train him for 10 months before the UA entrance exam. It goes great. He gets control of all 3 swords. He unlocks Reaper's guns because, well, he already had them, but he didn't know how to fully use them. So he can use Reaper's guns. And he can also, with his anti-quirk, make anything anti. Turn anything into an anti-quirk thing. So his dad, or Aizawa, ordered him some throwing knives and a katana and shurikens, and Izuku activated his anti-quirk on them. And like Asta's blades when he took Captain Yami's sword in the last few episodes, the anti-quirk turned them to like a spotted black and brown, like the swords from Black Clover. So the shurikens and throwing knives will produce an anti-effect for anti-quirk thing where it cancels out the quirk for as long as it's stuck into somebody. So the exam starts. He passes the written exam with flying colors because he's a smart boy. Physical, the physical one, he runs in, gets a head start. People start calling him a cheater. Mind you, he already knows All Might and about One for All. He already knows about One for All. He already knows about All Might's injury because All Might tried to give him it, but he said no. Mike is Aizawa's best friend, so President Mike and All Might are uncles to him, as well as all the teachers in UA. But I'll deal with that later. They start calling him a cheater. President Mike says, no, he's not. Call my nephew that again. I am going to make sure y'all don't get into UA because he is doing what a hero should do. And that means not waiting for a countdown, because in a real fight, there is no countdown. So he's gotten, like, by this point, after he rushed in, he took out a bunch of robots. I'm making him OP in this. This is just my opinion. Give me a minute. It's the first time reading a script, so that's why it sounds scripted. I've never written a script before. President Mike also said he's been through hell and back. So Izuku has 500 points. He's currently sitting on a roof and watching the exam and watches and makes sure no one gets hurt. There were a few close calls where he just pulled out Reaper's guns and shot the robot, gaining hero points, but and whatnot, getting more points and hero points. So I want to say those 4 instances were 1-pointers, getting the drop on another person, and the rescue points counted for like 20 each. So 20, 40, 60, 80. So 84 points he was awarded. So he's at 584 points. And in the observation rooms, all the teachers are astounded. All the pro heroes watching are amazed with his skill. And All Might is like, ha ha ha, yes, young Aizawa, that is the way to be a hero. And whatnot. You know, typical All Might stuff. Anywho, 0-pointer comes out. Sorry. Back to the observation room. Before that, They're talking. Nezu's like, "Ooh, it looks like your son's taking a break, it seems, Aizawa." Aizawa, well, he is my son, so I taught him well. Nezu's like, "We will see about that." And before he can press the 0-pointer button, Aizawa does it and be like, "My turn." And Nezu goes, "I'm so stupid." Correction, sad mouse noises, because is Nezu a mouse? Or is he a teddy bear or cat? Somebody leave me a comment down below of what Nezu is, actually. But he makes sad noises, and Aizawa just laughs, and Midnight just says, "Really, honey?" And he's like, "Yep." That's how. And now to Izuku sitting on the roof. So this is his point of view. Well, I guess there's nothing too interesting gonna happen, so might as well relax a bit more. Izuku's internal thoughts. What is that shaking on the ground? He looks up and he sees the 0-pointer. Back to Izuku POV. Guess they decided to release the 0-pointer. Oh well. Not worth anything, so might as well just fall back with the crowd. As he's about to go, he hears a scream for help. He sees people just running by and not going to save her. So Izuku decides to take things into his own hands. He goes down, removes the rubble from the person's foot, and uses Reaper to move her to somewhere safer. And he defogs in front of everybody. And he's like, "Well, time for me to deal with this." So back to Izuku's POV, because it's time to end this. Because none of the other heroes are coming out at the moment. They're trying to, back with them, back in the observation rooms, before Izuku saved the girl, All Might, "Nezu, you have to stop that thing. It's rampaging." Nezu is trying to stop it, but he can't. He says something's sending it on a rampage and blocking the signal from overriding it. So, back to Izuku, who just rescued the person. Excuse me. Izuku destroys the 0-pointer. I'm not going to go through the entire thing. So, that's part 1 of this. I got more script to do. I'm going to write some more in it. But that's not all the pages. Oh, well, that was the last page, but I didn't go through the entire thing. So, he goes back to the girl. I'm not going to end it there, sorry. I'm going to go finish this part and then go mark off where I stopped. So, he goes back to the girl, asks her if she's okay. She says yes. She introduces herself as Kyoka Jiro. He introduces himself as Izuku Aizawa. Yada, yada, yada. Recovery girl comes. Make sure everything's hunky-dory. Everything's fine. Everybody goes on their way. I'm going to leave it at this. I hope you guys did enjoy. Hope you guys did enjoy. Hope you guys did enjoy that. Sorry if I'm repeating myself. It's because I'm trying to figure out where I left off, and I marked where I'm left off at. But I'm going to do more of this tomorrow. This is part 1. Part 2 will be out tomorrow once I get back from doing my stuff. And yeah, hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like, comment, subscribe if you did enjoy this and want to see more of What If Deku Was Abandoned. And I hope you guys did enjoy. Goodbye.